Welcome back, guys. Back up and running again. Being as the missus has got the tower system upstairs, she's setting her laptop up for me to use, as mine's winging its way as I speak to our computer guru to be sorted out. Still don't know what's wrong with it. It's going off and doing things all on its own and not doing what I tell it. But I shan't lose any of my past videos, as I've got I think it's a 600 gig hard drive, which is already full, and I've just ordered a 12 terabyte hard drive, so there's going to be more than enough on there for a few videos, plus other things, obviously. So let's get into today. I'm leaving the Ukraine and Russia alone, because to me that's all bullshit what's going on out there. Yes, it's affecting us, but there's more at home that affects us, as we're starting to see from today. I mean, many people now are already making the choice between heat and eat, and that choice is now slowly whittling away to no choice at all, because by the time they've paid their bills, paid their rent, paid their mortgage, many people aren't going to be able to do either of them, unfortunately, which means there will be a lot of deaths in this country, especially later in the year as the winter gets close. And sadly, most of that will be the old ones that are on pensions. Won't be just restricted to those, but they'll be the worst hit. Now, yesterday in an interview, I heard a minister say, with these tax rises, the cost of living, even the cost of basics, will put 2.5 million households with children into fuel poverty. Well, that sounds bad enough on its own, doesn't it? But then let's put the true number to this. And YouTube, if you think this is bloody misinformation, instead of pressing them censor and delete buttons, try using the calculator. Most families have got at least 2 kids, with many more with 3. So the real figure of that can be absolutely doubled for sure, and maybe even trebled. This is going to kill people. Kids are going to be going to school with empty stomachs, freezing cold. They won't even be able to afford warm clothing with the way things are going. And the government know this, and they just don't give a shit, because they live in their little sheltered world where they're shielded from what the real world is like. But here's an idea for you, Boris, and I've said this before. How about putting something back in the pot? You pay for your own second homes. You choose to work in London. You pay for your own home there, same as anybody else would. And likewise your bills and your power bills, instead of thieving off of us that can't afford it. We can't afford to pay for our own homes. Why the hell should we pay for yours? Robbing the poor to pay to the rich, I think, is the way people used to say it. And what about your pay rise? £2,000 pay rise. There's nobody out in the real world out here, normal working man, that's going to get an extra £2,000 a year, no matter what you put in place. And this is how you reward yourselves for total failure. Unbelievable. Now, we've got the highest number of people suffering from mental health problems in this country that we've ever had, due to the pandemic and what the government had done to everybody. How many more are going to end up with anxiety and mental health problems over what they're doing now with the fuel and the cost of living? This rise could have quite easily have been soaked up by the suppliers. They make billions every year. All you're doing is getting them to get more money in so you can tax them more, isn't it? Along with taxing us. Just a thought. But again, suicides are going through the roof. Treatment waiting list from the NHS, they said, is around 5 million. Well, professionals and health authorities are coming out now and saying that this could easily go over 8 million before the end of the year. You've got NHS staff leaving by the hundreds. And I don't just mean nurses. I mean doctors, anaesthetists, other professionals. Not just the nurses. I believe the professionals are leaving because they can earn more in the private sector, in private practice. You won't earn more because people won't be able to afford you, you idiots. I always thought that destroying countries and killing people was the reserve left for third world countries. Apparently it's not, as our government are proving. And they're doing a bloody good job of it, from what I see, in my opinion. And the cover-up's still going on. I mean, the ONS site is saying to the weekend in the 24th of March, and this is on the government website, YouTube, this isn't misinformation, there were 4.5 million with the lurky. But they're not saying what numbers these variants relate to. But the propaganda pushing mainstream media, in particular the BBC, bumped this number up within 5 minutes of it being posted by saying just under 5 million. So here comes the new fear campaign again. Anybody else feeling a bit of deja vu? Because I am. And the 4th jab is on offer, and they're now pushing for the 5th one in the autumn. So, expect the fear campaign and the propaganda to be really, really ramped up. Probably towards the end of the summer, if not before then. Definitely a bit of deja vu. I did have the little circle of life under Lurgy, didn't I? That I used to put up in videos. At the moment, I haven't got that because it's on my other computer. I only took selected things off, and the guy will sort everything out over there. He'll save all my data for me. Excellent guy. He does all the company computers. So it should come back like new, I hope. But anyway, don't forget, if you haven't already, go and give Pap some love. He's very much under the weather at the minute. I did send him a text yesterday, and we've been texting this morning a couple of times, and he is still feeling quite rough. So pop onto one of his videos, give him your best there. He won't be replying to any on there for a day or so, because he's just not up to doing it. He did say he will try and do a live Sunday. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know, but I'd prefer him to take a few days and get himself right. Don't come back until he's right, because he'll only do it to himself again. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I hope you have a good weekend. Don't get too stressed out over the energy bills, and certainly don't sit in the cold. Put some warm clothing on. Get back in the bed if you're not doing anything. wrap up under a quilt, keep warm. But until the next time, people, might do some at the weekend, don't know yet. I'm only doing this today because I know I haven't got any visitors popping in, or at least until tonight anyway. So, but until the next time, as always, thank you for your support, much appreciated. My respects to each and every one of you, especially those that comment in the channels, on the comments. And until then, stay safe, stay strong, stay free from the fear, the propaganda and the tyranny. I'm gone.